everybody, and thank you very much for your time today. And today I'm coming to you from Jamestown, South Carolina. Yes. Alright guys, as you see, we are in front of an abandoned and absolutely falling apart, dilapidated, decaying, old elementary school here in Jamestown. Now, on my channel, I usually like to try and joke around, make light of things, and always try and have a good time as we're on these adventures, but I do want to pause for a few moments and show some respect to this property. Now you will see the JSCS Community Center sign. So obviously it is no longer a community center, but doing some research online, this school has an amazing history that I want to give a big shout out and a lot of respect to. This building supposedly started or was built in about the 1920s, and this was actually a school for black children in the area. And supposedly this school was funded by somebody that was part of the Sears Roebuck Company, and also it was part of a request by Booker T. Washington to have this structure built for schooling for the children in the area. Now the school supposedly went vacant in the 60s, and then it became a community center and then went vacant again. But as we look inside here, the building is totally gone. It's really sad to see that there was not an opportunity to save this building, or an effort, I should say, to save this building. This is, and very sorry for the nasty words that we see on the graffiti there. Oh, there's an old chair that is so cool to see. But if you take a look at all of the woodwork that was part of this building and all of the ceiling wood, everything has fallen apart. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look around the rest of the building here, but I really do like the fact that when I go out and find these abandoned buildings, one, I really like to find the cool aspects about them, the architecture, maybe some very cool features, but then digging a little bit deeper and being able to find some really awesome history about buildings like this and to be able to share it with you is really cool. So as I shot this video, I literally had no idea about the history of this building, and as I was editing or about to start editing and doing the voiceover, I took a few moments and I searched the address, and I see that it obviously has an amazing history. So very cool stuff here. So you see the single pane windows, you see the ceilings have totally fallen in here. Now I don't think this property was the beneficiary of a lot of vandalism. I think this property, while there was some graffiti that we saw there, this property is actually very well watched after, and it is maintained. You see on the exterior of the building. Unfortunately, the interior of the building was not maintained. So if you do plan on visiting this property, one, I suggest you never go inside into a property like this. This is a very dangerous property. And then also another thing to keep in mind here is that the local sheriff's department is actually very active in this town of Jamestown. So please do not think that you're going to come onto this property and that you're going to go into this building and there's some back areas also, and that you're not going to get caught by the police. They will definitely pull up on you. And then also next door is a very active post office, actually a really nice post office. Jamestown itself, very small, very old town, but this was actually a town that I think was one of the first settled towns in South Carolina. Just take a look in here. You've got obviously the old wood wall paneling that you see in a lot of older homes, but you just see the single pane windows. You see that old wood that the windows were made of, and the green that probably looked so beautiful back in the day. You see the ceiling tiles obviously falling down, the roof just caving in on itself. I might go back and actually take the drone and go over this building. I really want to try and capture some more of this property. When I first moved down to Charleston, I would pass by this property through Jamestown when I would be heading out to Myrtle Beach, and it wasn't as as bad when I used to start traveling past this building maybe about 5-6 years ago. It has gotten very, very worse over the last like 2 years, I'd say. Maybe about 5-6 years ago, the roof was still intact, and it looked like maybe it was stopping the rain from coming in and ruining everything. Now, I did not go into these back areas of the property. This was very, very overgrown, and I was just wearing shorts. I certainly wasn't prepared, but then also, again, I don't really want to risk a trespassing charge and winding up in county jail over visiting a building like this. But with the history here, there's definitely a great opportunity to learn more. And let me know if you want to see more and learn more about this building as I start to travel more and more through a lot of these smaller towns in South Carolina. One, I'm finding some really great spaces, and I do hope that you appreciate them, that I'm sharing them with you. And also, you know what, if you're thinking about doing something like this, get out there, grab your cell phone, maybe buy an Osmo Pocket, maybe buy an older camera, and get out there and take the pictures. Just take a look at this room. I'm probably guessing that maybe this was where they would be making some food for everybody. It looks like there was an overhead vent. And sorry for the shoddy camera work here. I was trying to kind of deal with wasps and everything else, and then also I wound up getting a little bit barbed by some of the brush that was there. But let me know if you want to see more properties like this, and also if you want me to send up the drone. I'm probably going to do the drone anyway, actually, but if you definitely want to see it again, or any of these properties that I wind up showing you, let me know. Go ahead and put it in the comments. Now also, if you're from the area, if you have any history, if you have any family members maybe that went to this elementary school, please let me know. I would love to hear about it and hear the stories of what this meant for people back in the day of Jamestown, and these rural towns where agriculture was really a way of life, and the farms were a way of life. And as agriculture died off here in the state of South Carolina, things got tough, jobs went away, people moved to the city, people passed away. So it's great to capture this stuff, share some stories, and be able to continue to let people know what these buildings were, because maybe there still is an opportunity to save this one. I hope it does happen, but I'm not seeing signs of that, unfortunately. But guys, thank you very much for watching today. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.